Welcome to Driveway Garage. I'm working on a 2013 Dodge Avenger with the 2.4 liter engine. I've already replaced one of the camshaft position sensors. There's two of them, if you don't know that. The easiest one, which isn't that easy, is right down in here. But to get the bolt out, you have to go down through here with an extension, and there's just a little opening that you can get your socket into. It's not fun. But there's one opposite of that on the motor. Back in here, it's even harder. Now I got it out, and the old one, the bolt is just the right size that you can thread it into the hole. Let me see if I can do this. There. You can thread it into the hole, and the bolt stays in the sensor. So I was thinking when I replace it, it's going to be easier than trying to put the sensor in and then find the hole. But the new sensor, the hole is bigger, so it just falls out. So I'm going to have to put the sensor in, and then I'm going to have to try to find that hole. And let me tell you what, it is tough. If you look back in here, it's opposite the other one on the back of the motor. Beside this heat shield, you go straight in, and it sits on an angle. The bolt's on the bottom. It's a booger. So somehow or another, I'm going to have to get the sensor in there first. And I tried it from the other side of the car, and I just could not get my hand in there because of the hoses and everything in the way. I was able to get it out on this side, but the only way I could do it, because there's not a lot of room to turn a socket, is I used my cordless 90-degree drill or impact wrench, whatever it is. I put a 3-inch extension and then a stubby 1-inch extension. That way I could get past the heat shield, and that's how I was able to get it off. Somehow I'm going to have to reach in there and get that bolt in, and then I can use the chemo and put the bolt back in where it belongs. But there are two of them on this car. You'll get a P0340 code, and in my case, the car surges. It'll go to 2,000 RPMs, down 200, back up, just and it doesn't run very good. You go to accelerate, it doesn't want to accelerate very good. So I'm hoping that this fixes the problem. I'll do a follow-up after I get it replaced. Let you know if that fixed the problem. Well, it wasn't that hard to get it in the hole. You can see it right there. Now the difficult part is going to be on the bottom of that is where the bolt goes, and you have to have it at the right angle so you can hit the hole down below. So I just don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try. So this is what I'm going to attempt. We got my 1/4-inch drive, 6-inch extension, 10mm socket. I put a little painter's tape on the end of the bolt so it stays into the socket. I'm going to try to reach this back there and see if I can get it lined up with the hole, start putting it in. Well, I did what I was afraid I would do and I did not want to do, and that's I dropped the bolt. So I drove it up on these ramps. I'm going to crawl under there and see if I can find it, because I can't find it from the top side. I've got this telescoping magnet, but I couldn't catch it with that, so I'm going to go underneath, see if I can find it. Well, I can't find the bolt, so I'm going to have to figure out what size it is, get another one. What I did do is plug in the sensor. Where you at, sensor? Right there. I plugged it back in. I'm going to see if the car runs any better. Maybe it fixed the surging problem. Well, let's see what happens here. It sure starts a lot better than when I first bought it. Now, let's see if I rev it up. Yep, it's actually maintaining a constant RPM. Before, it would go up and down about 200 RPMs. So now I'm going to take it for a drive. If that fixed the problem, then I can find a bolt to fix it. Well, before, every time I would start it, the code would come back. And now, I don't have any codes, so that was definitely the problem. Now I'm going to take it for a drive and see if it shifts normally, because before, it just seemed like it was shifting a lot, but it wasn't. It was a hesitation because it wasn't running like it should. So, let's see if it runs good on a test drive. Well, I took it for a drive for about 20 minutes, and it's running really good. Got rid of the hesitation and the surging. It's not overheating because I replaced the thermostat housing. It has 2 thermostats, a couple more sensors. So I think I got it running now. There's an airbag light on, so I'm going to get out my good scan tool, see if I can figure out where that's coming from. Maybe it's a loose wire under one of the seats. I'll find that out. But at least I got the car running finally. It's been a struggle. I get one thing fixed and something else showed up. Nice to have it running finally. Thanks for watching.